share my screen.
Mm.
See, I used to cover a lot of content, so with opening the documents, whatever I prepared. One second, just a sorry for.
So meanwhile, can you tell me about your lab, like how it will work? It will be the same thing, the one which I got to know from the other institute as well, the free tire account. And you tell me that this is a way to do a practical, and I can use my free tire, and on the basis of that, I can do my practical. It's a similar way.
See, let me tell you. Let me give me my introduction. Then you'll come to know, okay, how the market is going on and how what are the companies are looking for. So
Okay.
as I heard from you, you have almost 16 to 18 years experience, which is into networking, right?
Mm.
So I was certified in CCIE, I certified in CCNP, CCIE, and CCNE as well. So my career has been started with networking, to honestly with you, and I have total 15 years experience into networking, cloud, and I mean I'm more into DevOps now. I'm doing artificial intelligence from one of the working as a DevOps plus artificial intelligence in one of the broad-based company as a senior manager.
Mm.
So come to just for no for your awareness, I'm just giving my information so that you will come to know how I switched my career from the networking to the artificial intelligence. Um, so by the way, yeah, straight point, I can give you answer. Definitely, we are going to use the free tier account itself. Okay, but even though if it is free tier, if you want, there are networking, there are a lot of services to be used in the Azure or AWS. Okay, I'm not sure which organization you're going for.
Mm.
Uh, but wherever you go, there are
Mm.
mandatory few services which that you need to learn and you to be with very with hands-on experience on it. Okay, for example, if you go in the company as a in a DevOps in AWS, right? Definitely you need to learn the VPCs, net transit gateways, a lot of direct connects. Okay, DNS services like RAW 53 and all the things. If you are focusing on to the Azure, okay, you need to focus on VNet. Okay, transit connectivity is like lot of concepts are there in the Azure as well, GCP as well. So I wanted to understand one by one. If you are completely focusing only onto the Azure, yes, definitely I can teach you the 104 and 400. That's a very basics level of knowledge because the course which you opted is basics. Okay,
Mm.
104 is a very basic Azure administration, and 400 is the DevOps workflow which you are opted. Okay, so that I can give you the better direction as per your requirement. Okay, so come to your point. I don't know how many years of experience you have it in the cloud. Which could be anything. Which could be Azure or GCP or Azure AWS. That doesn't matter. But end of the day, since you are into 16 years experience, companies will not expect you to do the manual administration works. They will always expect you from. They will always expect you as a automation or DevOps to be used in the organization for the more for to bring. They'll expect you more productivity instead of operation works, right? But I just wanted to understand: is it service based company you're joining a product based company?
It will be a product-based company, and
Oh, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, in short, because I know I've been working as a senior manager. I know as I mentioned, I crossed the network architect, 5 to 6 years back itself. I'm more into DevOps and I went to artificial intelligence. So what the company expect from you in terms of 16 years experiences, they expect only the productivity, which in terms of automation. You have to convert your operation work into the automation. That is the one which they expect. Okay, migration efforts. So if you are doing the migration efforts, the first thing they might expect you is to set up the environment in terms of networking, right?
Mhm.
So if you're migrating from data centers to cloud, any cloud. Okay, the first one is hybrid connectivity. You need to learn. Okay, transit connectivity. How your applications to be migrated to the data centers to
Mhm.
Azure to the cloud. Okay, and the customer facing. Since you're mentioning the a broad-based company, you'll be having a lot of customers to access your applications. So how are you going to connect? How are you going to give the access to the customers, right? So that those things do these are the two things you need to. For that, you need to understand the high level of architecture. Not in the data center. Data center, with the networking access, core layer, access switches, core switch distribution, nothing. Just completely gone. All spine and leaf architecture is completely gone. Okay.
Okay,
Now
so
in the cloud, we have a standard. I can give you my experiences. I've been in the cloud from the last 10 years. I already lot of design, lot of architectures. I mean, since from my starting career, I've been into product-based companies. I work for very MNCs or 40 and 50 companies, and I did a lot of networking architectures. And now I've designed the DevOps architectures, DevOps technology. I'm introducing a lot of DevOps tools into the market. Even I'm building my own applications instead of because companies looking for cost optimization that you already know aware of it, right? So instead of
yeah,
taking the licenses, how we can build our own automation or how we can build our own UI to automate the existing setup to bring more productivity and to for more efficiency. That is the only thing which currently focusing. That's again okay. So in short, I wanted to. I'm not going to complete everything short. Uh, for your experience, companies always expect you only one thing: automate and say cost optimization.
yeah. So basically, it will be a mix match kind of a job. And as I've said, that right now, even in the current organization where I'm working, where we have a cloud, because as a network team, we are taking care of a cloud networking as well. So right
Hmm.
now, if you're talking about the exposure, right, in terms of a cloud networking, I know how the Azure virtual WAN works. I know VNet peering, virtual network gateways, how the DNS resolver, and so I know about all the concept because as I said that I am a easy 104 or easy 700 certified system and network administrator. But right now, I know how the things work. I know, how that particular monitoring work, network watcher, all other stuff, packet capture, every all the stuff. So what I'm just looking for, as you said, that I'm looking for a combo for DevOps. Because let's take an example. If you're migrating your application from a on-prem to a cloud, then your load balancer going to come into a picture, right? Application load
Yeah, yeah,
balancer, the WAF,
yeah.
yeah, and so these things coming into a picture. So as I've said that right now I'm looking for a combo of a DevOps, right, where I will have a more exposure how I can use a Azure Cloud Shell, right, how I can use a Terraform, and that will be covered in the DevOps, right, AZ400. And having said that, you suggest me that which will be a better thing for me because yeah, I know the basics, right? So if there will be a, because I know that there is a Azure 304 or 305 which is related to a net architect kind of a thing for Azure, right? I don't remember the exact code. So, but if I go for it, it is being basically related to a scenario based. There, I'm not going to get too much practical exposure. So
Right.
I want to go for a DevOps. That will be 100%. I'm 100% sure. And you correct me. I believe it's going to cover the Terraform as well in the Azure DevOps. That is being Terraform to Azure. And the second thing which I'm looking for a more practical exposure where I get a chance to more exposure on a VNet, virtual WAN, and all the stuff. On a basis of that, you recommend because as I've said that theoretical is being fine, right? I'll be fine, but
See, for you, let me tell you, for you, theoretical is not required at all. Right.
mm,
16 years, that's what I've been telling you from this. I don't know whether to which institute it's gone completely. The
mm,
persons who suggested 104, 400, it's just basics things. Okay, for you,
mm,
after 16 years, it's not a recommended, for you. For you, it's almost required the solutions to be provided. Okay,
mm.
so if you are very clear on the basics, let me ask you what is CSAD first of all? What are the tools to be used? If you're aware of that, I don't want to cover the
What
basics.
is
CACD.
CACD?
CI, continuous integration, continuous development in DevOps.
Yeah,
You,
yeah.
you already said, you already know the basics.
Yeah,
You
I know
already
something the
know.
basics about how does your work virtual WAN,
No, no.
direct
See,
integration, and
leave
all.
about Azure. I'm normally asking about the CACD. It's a very, you can ask, you can search in the Google. It's a very first definition you need to know as a DevOps engineer or DevOps architect.
Okay.
Okay, because see, this is not about the questioning, or I'm trying to understand your basics, because when you step into the you're also saying about Terraform. In
Mm,
DevOps, no one will cover the Terraform. Okay, but I'm here. I can help you because I'm taking you as a requirement, and
mm.
I'm trying to cover all the Terraform. Not only Terraform, right? You need to learn the Ansible. You need to
Yeah,
learn the
Ansible.
Jenkins. You need to learn the cloud formation. You need to learn the Python. In SD you need to learn the Boto 3 framework. A lot of things you have to
I
do.
know I know Ansible because right now I'm preparing for a Reddit certified engineer, Ansible
Hmm.
certification. So I already booked my exam, so I'm going to
No,
get
no,
it.
that's what. See, again, I'm telling you, for as you are the networking person, okay, Ansible for network model is completely different. The basics of Ansible is completely different.
Yeah,
Okay.
basics I know the basics of Ansible.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
more
I'm
of
not going to cover the
utilizing it.
basics. That's what I'm telling. If you know the basics, it's waste of your time and my time to cover the basics. So let's try on step into the your concepts and make you expert on that, practical scenario based, and we can take it forward.
Yeah.
If you're doubt on the basics, let me know, because once I step in the scenario base, if you ask what is this, then it's very difficult for me to explain from the scratch, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm asking you from the be honest with me, because
Yeah.
it's your career, not it is not an interview to candidate or something.
I'm being very honest. See, for
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Azure DevOps, oh sorry, if you're talking about the DevOps, I know the Ansible basics. I worked on it, but so it will not be tough for me to understand the Ansible. But besides the Ansible, if you're talking about the PowerShell, I know the basics. I know the little bit things about the bit set.
PowerShell is not required. PowerShell is not required.
Hmm.
It's completely gone. Okay, that's what I'm telling. You need to learn the YAML. Okay, and if you wanted to integrate with other tools, you need to learn the Python. If you wanted to go for the IAC infrastructure as a code, you have to go for Terraform.
Hmm.
If you're going to use the AWS Cloud Service Code, you have to go for CloudFormation. For that, you need to know the JSON and YAML extension, YAML program. That's the only thing you require in a DevOps. Shell,
Yep.
PowerShell, and
Hmm.
if you're good with the, what is this? Even now, after 16 years experience, I'm learning now
Hmm.
the Java, okay, HTMLs and all this, because I'm building my own platform. Okay. So it's not, I'm not recommending to you to learn everything now, but since you're already switching into your DevOps, I would always suggest you go for the prerequisite which is required for the DevOps architect. That is the reason I'm telling. If you know the Ansible, that's 100% sure. Okay, we're good. If not, please try to get the knowledge on that. Terraform, I'm going to cover. Python, I'm definitely 100% I'm going to cover it, because in futuristic everything is Python. Okay, since nowadays to provision your infrastructure, everyone are using the Terraform because it's open source. If in
Yeah, so
future,
basically, yeah. So basically, want to learn the Python and Terraform. I don't think it will be too much tough. But the only thing which I want to know which course you suggest, because right now I want to have a more exposure, practical exposure on the Azure. And having said that, Terraform, I want to learn and how I can use the Terraform with Azure. That's also a requirement.
see how you're asking, let me tell you honestly. See, courses definitely. Are you good with the 104? First of all, let me ask you straight away. Okay, if you are good with the 104, you can skip that. If you're good with the 400, you can skip that. Okay, we
Hmm.
have the Azure 500, we have Azure 900. Okay, so a lot of models are available. According to that, we can take it forward. I'm not. See, this is the first introduction call we're having. No, so whatever
Hmm.
I ask, you're saying no. You have the knowledge.
Hmm.
uh Practical, you're expecting only the practical. Okay, so that's
Hmm.
what you need to decide it. Okay, theoretical, definitely I can skip the theoretical in
Hmm.
104 or for 400 or 900, 500, whatever I do.
Hmm.
Okay, whatever you want it, I can no take your input, and I can take it forward, because I don't know the level of knowledge which you have it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you are right, right. But having said that, that's where I need your input, right? Because I know that everything is being important, Python and Terraform. If I ask you just teach me these features, teach me Terraform, and so you will tell
Yeah.
me that you will ask me course, and I don't know what is a course, right?
One second.
Yeah, okay.
My kid is no, sorry, one second.
Oh, no, no problem. Please take care of it because family is being very important.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem, Rohit. See, I would suggest, personally, take. Let me. Okay, before I give my suggestion, my opinion, let me ask: how good are you with the practicals on Azure 104?
Azure 104.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the things, I know which option is being there, how to use it. But if you ask me, I never try to build. Let's take an example. If you ask me what is VNet, right? How we can do a VNet
No,
peering
no, 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 no.
model.
See, basics. That's what you say. You're not going for interviews. Again, I'm telling you clearly. You're
Yeah,
not
no,
going
no,
for
no, no,
no
not
one
for
will.
interview, not for interview. I
Oh,
agree.
yeah, you're not going for interview. You're going in a real-time environment. So in Azure itself, you should have the practical experience. VNet is a concept you theoretically you might know, but you know how to design it, how to create the cider information, how to maintain the ciders, how to create the subnets. Okay,
Yes, I know
if
that.
there is any conflicts between the the VNets, how you can overcome that, and how to if you want to communicate between the two VNets, what is the solution we have it?
Yeah, yeah, I know this thing.
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. So in such case, if you know, if you are very strong in, then go for Azure 400. Then I'm straight on. I'm go for Azure DevOps technologies, and we can start it.
AC
If you have,
400
if you have doubt
and
on it, yeah, if you have doubt on it, then always I suggest go to administration. First, see it. What is
mm,
DevOps first of all, right? Automating.
mm.
Before you automate, you need to know the step-by-step process of how you're going to provision the EC2. For example, compute level or network level. Since you are into network, I'm telling you. Okay. So VNet, how to, first of all, what are the attributes and parameters will be there in the VNet that you need to know. Okay. Yeah. Once you know the hands-on experience as an administrator, then only we can do the automation. Like in the routers, if you go for OSP
Yeah,
or
yeah, I
BGP or
understand. I understand.
whatever, right? So once you know the theoretical only, then we basis on that. Have you worked on the network automation, by the way?
Yeah, I've done the automation on the basis of the Ansible and done some
On
basic
what programming language you used in your company?
Ansible. I used some of the
Yeah, that's a
PowerShell.
legacy. Okay, that's fine. Okay, since you know you're going to create the roles, okay, playbooks. You
Yeah,
have
yeah.
created multiple
So that
playbooks
that's a
and so
tool where
inventories. Fine,
I
that's
know.
okay. That's okay. So once you know the theoretical, if you have already have the practical experience,
Mm,
definitely you can skip 104. You can go. This is my again. Okay, so every institute will always suggest you to take both the courses. But
mm,
you have the time constraint. I'm suggesting you if you have very minimal knowledge.
mm,
Okay, go for 104. If you have good knowledge, then directly step into the 400. Then if I choose the 400, definitely I'm not going to cover 104 topics. Okay, because DevOps is a very huge demand. Huge demand, lot of technologies I need to cover in it.
Okay, so I believe it's better. Let me just go for a DevOps because when you go for a DevOps, definitely still we are going to do some practicals, right? It means I know that we are going to use a script and all other stuff.
Only script only. That's what I'm telling. Only script I'm going to share you. I'm going to write the piece of code. I'm
What
going
is
to share.
Azure
We will go.
500? What is Azure 500?
It's a security.
Okay, okay. And AZ 900 is a network administrator, right? It is
Yeah.
when okay.
That's what I wanted to understand. What's your roles? See, how can I suggest you? Is see, you are the right person. You
That is
at
being
least you
very
have to
tough.
be very honest with me. So you join the company. Okay, they design. They given the designation as a some
Mm,
architect or something.
mm,
They might be inform you when you join the JD as a JD, right? So they
mm,
might be given some expectations from your side. If you
mm,
know that expectations, what the company is expecting, then I can give you the suggestions.
mm,
Okay. Their expectations from your side is to migrate your application, then go for Azure 900
mm,
because you're migrating the applications. Their
mm,
expectation is to automate your operation to the to the to the sorry operations to the automation, then go for DevOps. Okay.
mm,
Um, so you need to be very clear on what's the requirement from your side. Then I can give you. Or if he is a very fresher, I would suggest always go for 104. Okay,
mm,
then go for DevOps. This is my pattern. Okay, honestly, I'm telling you. So a
mm,
lot of let me after stopping the recording, I'll tell you a few more things. Okay. Lot of persons will come before they join the company. They will ask, "Sir, I don't know anything,
mm,
but I got the good offer with the 10 lakhs or 12 lakhs or 15 lakhs package or 30 lakhs package. I want the clear." They'll be very honest with me, and I'm going to teach you from the project wise. Okay, what? what are the interview, not interview questions, what is it, what are the projects will be there, okay, what they think, what the project manager will think about it, how much, how to deliver it, okay, everything I'm going to teach you very fast. But it would require 45 days. But in your case, you're already
Then,
joining
yeah. So
25th to 25th. So, you need to decide which course you want to opt.
I think
Okay, for Python,
mm,
it will take, for me, it will take 5 to 7 days. Okay, Terraform, it's again, everything is important, DevOps. Okay, you need to know that what is CA, what is continuous integration, what is
mm,
continuous development. What are the tools to be you will be going to use in the CA? That's most important because you are going to collaborate with the operations team, application team, and stakeholders. Okay, so they might be using some CA tools. They might be using some CD tools somewhere. So
mm,
you have to come. We have to combine all of them and you have to develop the workflow that
mm,
has to be executed from your side only, right? So accordingly, your system has to accept that workflows, and you have to integrate with that tools, and you have to deploy your infrastructure as a network administrator or a network architect. That's
so
one thing. Python, okay, Python is required for boto 3 for SDL for automating. Terraform, if you are deploying any infrastructure, network related infrastructure, okay. So if it is very, that's a new project, then you'll be getting very hectic work, definitely. Okay, you have to build it very scratch. The code you have to write it. Okay, so that's the thing. Terraform you have to learn. Then again, anything, no, if the customer requirement, they wanted to build an eVPN through Azure. Again, they'll ask you to simply write the piece of code and deploy it. Okay, three things. And load balancers, as you mentioned, simply migration the load balancers, that's not a huge work. Okay, it would be very minor work. Like heavy load balancer on Netscaler or RAD or F5, right? Those are a little bit complicated to set up the F5 load balancers, but in the cloud it's very very easy. For creation of one load balancer, if you take 1 day, that is fine. For 1 day they will accept it. The second day they will ask you to complete it within 10 minutes.
okay.
Because
So
yeah, not like in our no network architecture, that's what I'm telling you. So for designing architecture network data centers, we have to design it, we have to host it, we have to track it, we have to do the hardening, then no, we have to configure the, if it is spinal leaf architecture, we have to do the OSPF, right, or static or BAG. That's it's a lot of set of configurations depends, but in the not in Azure cloud, those are completely gone. It's a matter of just write the code and push it. That's it.
okay. So you suggest me now that right now I got it, and I appreciate whatever you said. Now my question is that if I go for Azure DevOps, because as I've told you, I want to be honest because I know Ansible basics and all other stuff, but I don't know too much about the Python. And I know, I've gone through some of the script for a Terraform. I have a basic understanding. So if I go for a DevOps directly, will I in the DevOps will you tell will it, in the DevOps will it cover the Python and Terraform as well in the
Yeah.
Azure DevOps?
See, no, normally if you go for Azure DevOps, no one will cover, buddy. I'm honest with you. Okay, but since APC Hacker Institute's focus not only completion of the training. Okay, we
Mm,
focus your career growth. So that is the reason I'll try to talk with Priyanka and Nirmala, and I'll try to cover the both Python and Terraform in your module. Okay, so you should not say
mm,
it's a DevOps 400. Okay, in that case, it's a
mm,
I'm trying to cover the DevOps
mm.
plus programming languages plus the tools, the services which are available in the Azure 400.
Okay,
Okay,
so
if you honestly ask me, just cover only the Azure 400. Let me
mm,
show you syllabus. Then you'll come to know, oh, this is only this, you'll be thinking about it. Okay, so this is Azure 104, no? So we don't want to, there's a lot of things. Okay, yeah, this is designing and implementing DevOps, Microsoft DevOps solutions. Okay, it's 8 6 to 8 weeks.
mm,
Okay, fundamentals, source control, right? We have to use the Git. What is Git? First of all, you need to know. Okay, and the Git is the one first important tool which you need to learn, because majority of the codes will be running using the Git commands only.
mm,
Okay, and Azure boards, Azure YAMLs. Okay, base
It is
release.
a
See,
repository, right? Through which we can
yeah,
download it and run the things.
yeah. No, we're not going to download. We're going to clone it.
Yeah, clone it. It's means we have to get the code and run it, or it is being integration with the Azure and the GitHub, something like that.
No, integration has will be done with the help of GitHub Actions,
Mm.
or else we have to use it with the Jenkins. So for integrations, it's a different tools we have to use it.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. See,
Because I
these are
don't know
the
much about DevOps, so that's why.
no, yeah, because DevOps is a very nowadays, Rohit. Honestly, I'm
Mhm.
telling you,
Mhm.
4 to 5 years back, no one used to move into the DevOps. Okay,
Mhm.
only the persons who are from the compute level of persons used to move into the DevOps. So what happened? Even networking team like you or even me, right? I moved into DevOps and database teams, application teams. Okay, and different support teams. Lot of everyone are moving simply into DevOps. Now what happened because of moving, right? Even though there is a lot of demand in the market, but it increased, like the competition is increased a lot. Since your case, you already got selected, that's good. But uh, do whatever the courses which you're doing, it should be not only the theoretical, it should be focused only the most in the practical, because the first drawback or advantage for you can consider both of them is you have 16 years experience. Okay, now the company may not expect you just do easy to just creation of the VNet. Just that, no, definitely no. Okay, but again, one more thing you're saying is you're joining the product-based company. Okay, I've been in the company product-based company for the last 16 years, so I know their mindsets, their thinking powers. Okay, thinking level of things. Definitely, I know how the customers will think it. Right, that everything I know.
Okay.
So please practice writing the program. Yes, I am going to teach you honestly. I'm going to teach you the Python Terraform from the very. That's again you have to tell you know basics or no. If you
No,
don't know, tell me,
no,
so
no,
bro, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know the
Just
basics
start.
for a Python. For a Python, I'm zero.
What is the class?
Zero.
What is classes?
For a Python, I'm zero.
Oh, Python 0. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you. No, no, I'm not going to ask you. So, yeah, according to your no, way of talking, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to proceed it. So, Terraform, you have basics information you said, no?
Yeah, I know the basic information. I've already gone through some of the Terraform. I took one of the course
Hmm.
where I studied it. So
Okay.
I think for a Terraform it will not be tough for me to recall because
Hmm.
but for the Python that's the only thing where I'm zero.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to teach you the Python from the very basics.
Hmm.
Terraform, one day I'm going to recall all the concepts, and the
Hmm.
second day onwards we're going to do the coding. Okay. Python definitely I would take 10 days or 7 days something.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
uh,
So how
then
much it will be, what would be the fees if you give me a rough idea, because
I don't know about the fees, but I talk with Nirmala and Priyanka. See, my goal
Hmm.
is to train the students, even train the student and gather requirement. Let me stop recording once again.
Hmm. Hmm. And tomorrow today you just compile everything, share with her, and I'm going to talk to her tomorrow. Okay.
Syllabus, no, no, Rohit. We're not going to share you the syllabus with Nirmala and Priyanka, no. So the Azure 400 I can share, but what I promise is real time use cases that I cannot share with anyone.
No, no, yeah. So what you are going to say to Nirmala, that we are going to do AZ 400 because I need to talk to her because she was asking me
Hmm.
which course you would like to go for.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I will say AZ 400. I would like to go for AZ 400, right? That's a statement which I have to make to her.
No, yeah. If you're feeling very strong that Azure 104 is not required, then you can skip 104 and can go for 400. That's okay.
No, no,
But
what
again,
I'm
down the line,
saying.
after joining the DevOps, you should not say, bro, I'm not clear on it. because
Mm.
until you know the administration work, you cannot concentrate on the DevOps tools, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is
I know that.
dependent.
I know that
Mm.
DevOps is nothing is just like automating the things and all other stuff. At
Yes,
least you need
that's
to
correct.
know. He's going to, let's take an example for a VNet, right? I have to log
Mm.
into a portal. I have to create a VNet. Then I have to create a
Yeah,
subnet. I have to
yeah.
create a route table. Then I have to associate with the subnet and all other
Subnets,
stuff.
yeah.
So
That
it's
everything you should know. Yeah. Without if you know, if you don't know, it's very difficult to. I'll write the code, but you will not able to catch it.
Yeah,
That's what.
so yeah, so that's what. So what because Nirmala will ask me or Priyanka will ask, I don't know who is the person to whom I'm coordinating. If she asks,
Mm.
then I will tell her, that I would like to go for a easy 400, and you have already given me the background that you are going to touch you are going to touch, sorry, Python, right?
Yeah,
Terraform, and you are going to give me some production scenarios, and you are going to help me on that. I think
yeah.
very much fair. So I'll let me just talk to her tomorrow if she
No
asks
problem.
me.
Take your time. Availability. Let me check my. I think I'm busy, occupied with most of the trainings. Um, you know,
What is your
um,
name?
my name is Sandeep. Yes.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll talk to her and I'll see what would be the slots available because as if said that after 20 days I'll join the organization, right? And it will
Yeah,
be
yeah.
the hybrid 3 days. So on a basis of that, I'll try to manage the things, how we can do it.
See,
And
we have, yeah, yeah, we have a lot of trainers. ABC is of, we have very good trainers. Okay, if I'll be busy, probably they might assign to others as well. That's fine. But tell them clearly with the instructions. No, stating, so you want this, you are in this.
I'll prefer to go with you because the reason is that I've told you about my requirements, right? With the other
Yeah,
trainer, whatever the discussion which we had, it could be other thing. But let's talk. Let me talk to her, and then on a basis of that, we will see. Okay. But
no
thanks.
problem. Take your time. Just let me know because I need to check my availability. That's what my concern. Okay. That's fine. You talk with the Nirmala Priyanka. Just let me know. Thank you. All the best, Rohit, for your new.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Bye.
Bye bye.